Bachelor Chelsea Vaughn reveals Abigail Heringer friendship over. May 19, 2025. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Bachelor Nation news fans. Abigail Heringer and Chelsea Vaughn became close friends when they were contestants on season 25 of The Bachelor. Neither of them found love with Matt James, but they both went on season 7 of Bachelor in Paradise. Abigail Heringer found love with Noah Erb. Chelsea Vaughn was there for the wedding, but fans noticed the friends haven't spent time together in a while. Chelsea Vaughn revealed that their friendship is over. Keep reading for all the details on the falling out. Chelsea Vaughn considers moving to Mexico. Chelsea Vaughn was unsuccessful in finding love on The Bachelor or Bachelor in Paradise. But the model has a big following on social media from her time on the reality show. Last month, she reflected on living in New York City for a decade. In another recent post, she talked about leaving NYC behind for a bit to spend time in Mexico City. While some fans got the impression that Chelsea Vaughn was moving to Mexico, she hasn't taken the plunge just yet. She was staying in Mexico City for a few weeks. Chelsea opened up her DMs over the weekend for an Ask Me Anything Q, and one follower wanted to know if the model had made a decision about moving out of the States. According to the Bachelor alum, she hadn't made any concrete moving plans yet. She said she wanted to feel it out before deciding to move away from NYC permanently. Reveals she's no longer friends with Bachelor bestie Abigail Heringer. Chelsea Vaughn became close friends with Abigail Heringer when they were both on season 25 of The Bachelor. Abigail moved to New York City after the show, and they spent a lot of time together. Chelsea was even included in wedding dress shopping last April for Abigail's wedding to Noah Erb. Chelsea did attend the wedding, but the two didn't post any new photos together in a while. Eagle-eyed Bachelor Nation fans also noticed that Abigail and Chelsea unfollowed each other on social media, sparking rumors of a falling out. One of Chelsea's social media followers asked about the falling out during the Q&A. Chelsea responded by first and foremost asking her followers to stop asking this question every week. However, Chelsea seemingly confirmed that she's no longer friends with Abigail Heringer. If I used to appear close to someone, and now I don't even follow them on social media. It was for a reason, and we aren't friends anymore, she wrote. She didn't specifically say that the post was about Abigail, but the number of spaces she used in the post fit with Abigail's name. What caused the falling out? Bachelor Nation fans took to social media to discuss the falling out between the former friends. Chelsea didn't explain what happened, but most fans suspect the friendship ended over political disagreements. One praised Chelsea for ending the friendship. She sang it in a classy way. "I couldn't be that gracious," they wrote. Another referenced a still unexplained incident when Claire Crawley tagged Abigail in a post about Claire's ex-fiance, Dale Moss. As a Claire Crawley diehard fan, Abigail's politics ain't the only reason I don't like her, the fan wrote. Given how close Chelsea and Abigail once were, does it surprise you that the friendship is over? Sound Chelsea off Vaughn comments. Reveals Abigail Heringer friendship over. It's not what you think. In a world where Instagram likes speak louder than real words and group photos at Bachelor Nation events hide more than they reveal, a friendship breakup might be the biggest shock of all. Chelsea Vaughn and Abigail Heringer were once the definition of Bachelor Nation besties, tight, supportive, and seemingly unbreakable. But now, after months of cryptic posts, quiet unfollows, and dodged fan questions, Chelsea is finally breaking her silence on what went wrong. And according to her, it's complicated, very complicated. Chapter 1. Once Upon a Bachelor Bond. Chelsea Vaughn first captured hearts on Matt James' season of The Bachelor with her stunning runway walk and quiet confidence. Abigail Heringer, sweet and soft-spoken, was America's sweetheart from the same season. The two didn't just share screen time. They formed what fans believed was a lasting bond off-screen. From tropical vacations to support at influencer events, Chelsea and Abigail became inseparable, and Instagram documented it all. "Abby is the most genuine person I've met," Chelsea once gushed in a podcast interview. "She listens, she cares, she shows up." Abigail returned the love during a Q&A on her stories just last year. "Chelsea's that friend who reminds you of your worth. She keeps it real." But the real world, as Bachelor alums know too well, doesn't always let friendships thrive the way they do in paradise. Chapter 2. The first red flag, a birthday missed. It was subtle at first. Fans noticed in October that Chelsea didn't post for Abigail's birthday. No carousel, no throwback stories, no gushing caption like years prior. In fact, Chelsea didn't mention Abigail at all. "Are Chelsea and Abigail still friends?" flooded Reddit threads. Some fans speculated that Chelsea was simply busy or perhaps tired of performing friendship online. But others pointed out something more damning. Abigail still posted a birthday tribute for Chelsea just a few weeks later. If there was a fallout, only one of them was pretending it hadn't happened. Chapter 3. Abigail's romance, Chelsea's silence. When Abigail Heringer and Noah Erb got engaged in summer 2024, the internet rejoiced. They were the couple who defied the odds, the quiet duo who didn't chase drama and somehow made long-distance work. But Chelsea? Silent. There was no comment under Abigail's engagement post. No appearance at the celebration party thrown in San Diego. Fans went full detective mode. One fan even messaged Chelsea, asking why she wasn't present. Chelsea allegedly replied with a curt, "Wasn't invited." Screenshots of the response spread like wildfire. "That's when we knew something was off," said a Bachelor Nation insider. Chelsea doesn't do petty. If she said that, something had definitely gone down. Chapter 4. Unfollowing and the cryptic quotes. By early 2025, the friendship seemed all but erased from Chelsea's feed. Abigail, still following Chelsea, hadn't tagged or mentioned her in months. But Chelsea? She had unfollowed Abigail completely. Soon came the quotes. "Sometimes you outgrow people you thought would be around forever." Chelsea's Instagram story, January 2025. "Silence is a response. Remember that." Chelsea's tweet, February 2025. Fans begged for answers. DMs piled up, and still silence. Until now. Chapter 5. Chelsea breaks her silence. This wasn't just about one thing. On a new episode of the Let's Be Real podcast, hosted by Chelsea's close friend and fellow Bachelor in Paradise alum, Deidre Canu, Chelsea finally spoke out. "I never wanted to have to say anything," she began, her tone composed but visibly emotional. "But I get why people are confused. I've seen the comments, the DMs. I get it." And then she dropped the bomb. "Abigail and I aren't friends anymore." The hosts fell silent. "It's not one thing that happened," Chelsea clarified. "It was a slow realization that we weren't on the same page in life anymore. I loved her. I still wish her well, but sometimes people show you that they're not meant to go where you're going." She refused to go into deep specifics, but did hint at key issues. Being excluded from moments that mattered, including Abigail's engagement party. Feeling used in their friendship. "When it was convenient, I was her person. When it wasn't, I didn't exist." Lack of reciprocity. "I gave more than I got. That's just facts." Chapter 6. She let other people speak for her. The biggest dagger, though, came when Chelsea alluded to Abigail letting others influence her decisions. A not-so-subtle jab at Noah Erb. "I think people in her life didn't like how close we were," Chelsea said carefully. "And instead of standing up for that friendship, she let it fade. She let me fade." Though she never confirmed Noah's name, fans immediately speculated he was part of the rift. One source close to the couple claimed, "Noah always thought Chelsea had too much sway over Abigail. He didn't like the dynamic. He felt like a third wheel." Chelsea didn't call anyone out directly, but the message was loud and clear. Chapter 7. Abigail's response. I wish her the best. When the podcast clip went viral, all eyes turned to Abigail. Would she clap back? Not quite, but she did finally post a statement. In a short but heartfelt Instagram story, Abigail wrote, I've seen what's being said, and I want to acknowledge it with grace. Friendships can change and still be meaningful. I'll always be grateful for the time Chelsea and I shared. I wish her nothing but the best moving forward. The tone was polite, but distant, no denial, no apology. Chapter 8. Fans take sides. As with every Bachelor Nation drama, fans quickly picked sides. Hashtag Team Chelsea argued that Chelsea had every right to call out the dynamic and speak her truth. Hashtag Team Abigail defended her right to evolve her circle, especially as she enters a new chapter with Noah. Some fans tried to play mediator, writing comments like, We never know the full story, let's not villainize either woman. But others were brutal. Abigail dropped Chelsea the second she got a ring. Chelsea's real and raw. Abigail's been acting fake for months. Maybe Chelsea expected too much. Not all friendships last forever. Chapter 9. Bachelor Nation reacts. Some Bachelor Nation alums weighed in, subtly but unmistakably. Kelly Flanagan commented under Chelsea's podcast promo, Proud of you for speaking your truth. Peeper James liked a comment that said, It's sad when quiet people ghost you instead of communicating. Becca Kufrin, who's been friends with both, tried to remain neutral. Sending love to both ladies. Life changes and so do friendships. That's okay. But fans noted that the silence from Abigail's close circle, including Serena Pitt and Bree Springs, spoke volumes. Chapter 10. What's next? For Chelsea, the journey continues. She's launching a new fashion capsule soon and has been teasing a mental health mini-series on TikTok. She told Deidre on the podcast, This isn't about drama. This is about closure and making peace with people who were chapters, not endings. As for Abigail, she's full speed ahead with wedding planning, partnerships, and her brand with Noah. There's no word if the former friends will ever reconcile, but both seem ready to move on. And yet, Bachelor Nation will always remember the friendship that was, the vacations, the brunches, the matching outfits, and now, the silence. Because sometimes the quietest breakups are the loudest of all. What do you think really happened between Chelsea and Abigail? Sound off in the comments.